What up, everybody? My name is Jerome.
And I'm Janelle.
And this is Atypical Reactions. We are watching Gilded Age, Season 2, Episode 2.
And if you've been enjoying our reaction videos, if you could please hit that like and subscribe.
And also hit that notification bell. We greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see full-length version of this, it is on our Patreon. And the link will be in the description. Let's get to it. She's come a long way since that throwing her food over because she found out
they was hosting a little sale or whatever.
Yeah. He came in and set the petty down by
buying everything out.
Yep. How much is this? Okay, how about the whole thing? Show's over.
Yeah.
Even Miss Astor said the lion has roared.
Yeah.
If any of y'all have watched Downton Abbey, let us know which one of these you like better. We haven't seen it yet.
Are you going to reason with her?
I'm going to try.
Man, they have a complicated relationship. Not really. I mean...
You have different ambitions.
Yeah. But they both give and take.
Your mother says you don't want to go to Newport.
No. There's something I need to have settled before I can leave New York. This will affect the rest of my life.
How grave you make it sound.
Naturally, you want to make a joke of it, but I can't.
Does it have anything to do with Oscar Van Ryn?
Why do you say that?
He has written to me, asking for an interview.
That's what I told him to do. But when you didn't speak of it...
I didn't, because I knew what the interview would be about. And I wanted to be quite sure what my answer should be. Of course, what I say to her or to him will depend on what you want me to say.
He gave me the reasons why I should accept his offer.
That was clever of him.
He asked me if I wanted to get away from Mother, and of course I do.
Oh, dear.
I don't want to get away from you. But I must be allowed the freedom to make my own decisions.
Well, marriage is not the place to look for freedom. May I ask if you love him?
There is that, but these days so many people marry. He comes from a good family, and there is some money, and I'd be in society, which is what Mother wants. He can be very amusing. He does make me laugh.
That is a useful quality, I grant you. But it is not enough to base a marriage on. May I make you an offer? What if I were to promise to support your choice whenever you come and tell me you have fallen in love?
What will you do with Mr. Van Ryn?
Let him down gently. And then I suggest we forget about this whole thing. Of one thing I am sure. You can do better than Mr. Oscar Van Ryn.
Man, I love his relationship with his kids.
Yeah.
Like, he be kind of hard with them, but he also listens to them.
Well, there you are, John. What happened?
My alarm didn't go off. Again?
I always wake up before mine rings. We're not all as wonderful as you, Miss Armstrong.
Everybody's sick of her.
Yeah.
Miss Scott has written back.
Thursday.
She can come tomorrow to see you.
Good. I look forward to it.
How is she doing? We'll find out tomorrow.
It must all still be heartbreaking.
True, but time is a great healer.
She was her back.
What is that?
Mrs. Bauer has made some luncheon for Miss Marion to take to school.
Luncheon.
Leave it there.
She's not gonna let her have lunch.
I'm doing a perfectly decent job. You won't need to be ashamed of me.
I'm ashamed of you now.
Jesus.
I ought to get started if lateness is not to be added to my other transgressions.
At least she's accepted it.
The way she had a tantrum, I thought she was gonna make her quit.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like this or get out.
I ruined it. I give up.
Yeah, relax.
What I'm looking for is your own vision of the fruit. Your own feelings.
She probably gets a lot of out of that too, right?
I mean, she's happy.
Yeah.
Can she have that?
Will you protect us?
That won't be necessary. Aunt Agnes is rather cross with me, but not with you.
Even so, you're the only person in New York who stands up to her. She must find it a novel sensation.
I'm I'm annoyed that they
are pushing that.
I mean, just the fact that I wanted her and Larry together. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not telling them what to do. I'm just annoyed.
Yeah, I still where think it was going.
Yeah, I still think they might find their way back to each other, but yeah. I'm annoyed that that's...
He's the new love interest, or they're making him be.
Gladys will not agree to be your wife.
Is that it? I might have no chance to put my case. I brought papers proving my financial status, and I'll inherit my mother's house on 61st Street, so Gladys's home would be right across from yours.
I understand these marriages of convenience take place in every fashionable church in this city, but I want more than that for my child.
Of course you do, and I can only...
Let us leave it there, Mr. Van Ryn. And now you should go.
You really should, though. Mm-hmm. Dude is now playing about his daughter.
As he should.
And, yeah, no.
This is good of you.
Always. Oh, man.
Oh, she's attractive. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Russell here, Chance. May I introduce...
She's kind of like her mom, his mom.
Yeah, and she's not going to like it.
No.
Sir's right. You're very generous. It's my pleasure. Let's go in.
Too much like his mom. She's going to hate her.
Well, it's settled. Larry, may I call you Larry, is going to undertake the work.
What? Surely you need more time to make a decision.
Don't talk her out of it, Mother.
Oh, she won't. I always operate on instinct, Mrs. Russell, and my instinct tells me to hire Larry. When could you start?
Straight away. Oh, one thing, I'm going to the Newport lawn tennis tournament.
She'll like it.
This is about to be crazy.
Can't remember when I was last at the casino. My husband didn't like sports of any kind, and I suppose I got out of...
Look.
Well, you're welcome to come with me.
Really?
Aren't you going with rather a young crowd?
Well, then...
Ooh.
To see Mrs. Blake.
Yikes.
Make it 12, and I'll give you some luncheon first. But I'll see you before then.
Luncheon.
Oh, let me show you the rooms upstairs. Just this way.
This is going to be an issue.
She's trying to be in everybody's...
Have you heard of Joshua Winterton? He has old money, and one of the first cottages to be built here. Anyway, he's been a widower for years, and now has astonished the town by getting married after a short engagement. So short, in fact, that no one has met her yet.
Doesn't he have a box at the academy? Why would they want to get involved with the opera war?
He has one, yes. But I'm told his wife is young and likes to play, so she may find the academy crowd a little stuffy. And there's no reason why they couldn't take a box at the Metropolitan as well.
And he has money, you say?
Oh, lots and lots and lots of it. I'll introduce you when I give my ball at the casino.
He's playing both sides, huh?
So, when did your family come over?
My grandfather got to Boston in 1794.
Oh, her dog likes him.
I've always thought it a blessing for our church over the Catholics that our clergy can marry and share the burden of their ministry.
I agree. I suppose I just haven't been lucky.
Is your mother still living?
Look.
Oh, I don't think I could have left Boston otherwise.
How dutiful and good. Bless you.
Ada, you are the parishioner here, not the rector. It is not for you to dispense blessings.
But I am happy to accept it.
Thank you.
I would have enjoyed it more if I could have got a word in edgewise.
Oh, Aunt Agnes.
I mean it. What came over you? Had you taken chatter pills? I wonder you didn't ask to see his mother's death certificate.
Well, I thought he had a wonderful time talking to both of you, and I hope we can see more of him.
I doubt it. I suspect he'll be unavoidably detained if we try again.
Her laugh.
You must go to Pittsburgh. Meet Henderson. Find out what he really wants. See if we can buy him off.
You mean I should offer him money?
Money or a little power. Power is very seductive, I'm told.
Suppose he's a man of principle.
It'll just make him more expensive.
McNeil, is that you?
Mr. Russell.
Come in. I mustn't disturb you. I was just going to leave a message.
Mr. McNeil asked after Mr. Watson.
Oh? Well, come into the library.
That's exact. Man, you ain't just finna.
Yeah. I love that he has his people's back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Explain what this is all about, then?
I can't because it's not my secret, but I assure you, Watson has done nothing wrong. I should be going.
Won't you give me his message?
No, I'll write again. Now I have the facts straight. Sorry to have taken so much of your time.
Oh, he doesn't know Watson's background, huh? Or probably not. Nor does he care.
Yeah, it's his folks.
Oh, yes, madam.
Miss Scott will be returning.
Here?
No, to Timbuktu. And if that is too much to ask, Bridget looks after Miss Ada and Miss Marion. She can see to me as well until I found a replacement.
You would replace me?
Well, if you cannot behave, you leave me no choice.
But what would I do? How would I live?
Oh, there's no need for this. I mean, you can get another job.
No. People like to train a maid when there are many years left in her. No one will want to bother with training me, not now.
Here.
Then act right.
Yeah.
Your fate is in your hands. If you show kindness to Miss Scott, then you may keep your position.
But, ma'am...
I see you have mistaken this for a discussion when I...
Yeah, we're just...
Ooh.
Now, make sure my blue dress with the ruffle is ready for tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
She's not playing with you.
Yeah. She warned you several times last season to be nice. And you kept poking her.
And even when she told her right now, she wasn't intending on doing it. That's why she got so emotional.
Hello there, Miss Peggy.
Hi, James.
We hardly get to see you now that you're over at the Globe. You looking for your father?
Yes.
He's in back.
Oh, that's the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
I have some news I wanted to share with you in person. I've been offered my old job back on 61st Street.
And you're taking it, I assume.
We need to get away from each other.
That's not what family does.
Our family has done a great many things that are not what a real family does.
Mr. Scott.
You should get back to work.
All right. Do you need anything? Take this.
Father.
Take it.
Now he's gonna be guilty and...
This is from Lena Astor. Lena wants to come here and discuss her plans to save the Academy.
Really?
Yes, next week, Mr. McAllister will join us to devise a strategy to combat the Metropolitan.
Mr. McAllister, this is serious.
Yeah, he is playing.
The Academy can count on us.
Marion, could you join us in Newport on Friday? There's a tennis tournament at the casino, and I have someone for you to meet. You could stay for Mr. McAllister's party.
Oh, what an excellent idea. Of course, she'd be delighted. Tell us about this mysterious someone she is to meet.
Edward Morgan works at Charles Bank, although he's younger, of course. His parents have a place in Newport and a house on East 56th.
Is his mother Arabella Morgan?
Yes.
Then I know exactly who he is. She was born a Winthrop, and Marion would certainly like to meet him.
Oh man, and when she goes to Newport, she gonna bump into Larry, watch.
And unifying the facade lightens the appearance.
Oh, yes. Now I see what you mean.
Yeah, she's into him.
I hope you like champagne.
I do. But shouldn't we wait until the job's done before we celebrate?
I like to celebrate a new beginning. And that's what I'm doing now. Beginning a new life in this house. A new life with new people.
I hope I can be one of them.
Of course.
Bertha's gonna lose her shit.
Yeah. So does she have children, or she's... No. Okay.
She's married to an older man.
You missed dinner. Shall I get you something?
No time. I'm behind on my sewing. Miss Ada added some things to my pile. She wants them mended to give to the church. I don't know how I'm going to finish it all.
I would offer you help, but I'm not good with the needles.
I can sew.
You're the secretary. Why would you bother with that?
John, we show respect for all work.
I'd like to help. It's a good distraction.
So my work is a mere distraction. From what, may I ask?
Here she goes.
She's offering you help, Miss Armstrong.
I can manage.
Does that mean you don't want my help? I can sew.
Fine.
Wow. Man, fuck you forever, really.
Yeah. Keep it up, you won't have a job. It's packed, right? It's the event of the season.
I used to be, but I've got rather bigger fish to fry these days.
No, absolutely not.
Do you spend a lot of time in Newport?
My parents have a place in the town, and I usually try to get down for McAllister's casino party.
Oh, look, Mr. Russell.
Yes. Excuse us.
She's like, get me out of here.
Larry,
What are you doing in Newport?
staying with my cousin, Mrs. Vane. What about you?
I'm working here.
I wondered why I hadn't seen you, but I'm glad if your career is really getting started.
Yeah, it's a baptism by total immersion. I'm overhauling one of the famous cottages. Wish me luck.
Of course, I will, but I'm sure you don't need it. Oh, who's this?
Ugh, look at step in.
Our neighbor in New York, Miss Marion Brooke.
How do you do?
Larry's been teaching me the rules of the game.
You couldn't have a better teacher.
Miss Brooke! Miss Brooke!
Oh, heavens.
Oh my god, what is everybody doing?
My father wants me to wait until I fall in love.
How heartening. I never thought of Mr. Russell as a romantic.
I mean to depend on him to help me judge a suitor's intentions. Father won't be blinded, even if I am.
My orders are simple. I'm to find a man with birth, position, and money.
What about looks?
I think that's up to me, but they are not a top priority.
Are you avoiding me, Miss Brooke?
What makes you say that?
Well, if you're not, come back with me now and we'll rejoin Mrs. Fane.
Ugh.
Could the Wetmores see you home?
I'm sure they will. But why?
If Dick Sears wins, we'll celebrate.
Can't I join you?
I'm not sure Mother would approve.
Mother isn't here.
Exactly. So he's feeling her, huh?
Yep. What is this dude's deal?
It's often hard to tell who people really are. I was always warned never to take a soldier as a suitor until I'd met him out of uniform.
I'd say Mr. Morgan will be only too happy to get out of his uniform.
Oscar, don't be vulgar.
I can manage. He's not the first man I've met who drinks too much. Oh, Cousin Dashiell.
He's relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Morgan.
Are you familiar with Newport?
I used to be.
She's embarrassed.
Dashiell, why don't you show Marion the rest of the casino? She's new to the town and she'd enjoy it.
What? I thought Miss Brooke and I were to get to know each other. I'll have her back in a moment. That's aggravating.
Good day, Mr. Church. Mr. Bannister.
Oh, he starts beef with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Petty.
I wonder if what? I just hope we might leave that incident in the past. I was very angry, and I behaved foolishly.
It almost cost me my job.
And I apologize unreservedly. But can we put it behind us?
Forgive and forget, you mean? Yes, I always wonder about that phrase. Sometimes possible to forgive, but one cannot forget.
Well, I hope we can live in peace.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Church. And now, good day to you.
He gave him nothing.
Yeah.
I forgot to pack a dress Mrs. Russell wants to wear at Mr. McAllister's ball. It's my fault.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Not when you're trying to prove you should be taken on as her permanent lady's maid.
It'll be all right.
Oh, she came all the way back for a dress.
I'd like that.
Still can't figure out what he's doing. Not that he's like shady, but I know what she's doing though.
Yeah, it's like, does she like him because she likes him, or she likes him because he's rich? Which one is it?
She's rich.
I know, but
I'd rather stay.
That's good to hear.
She likes him because she's been dealing with that old man.
Yeah, I get it.
And he's the opposite of that.
Yeah. I just like him for marrying.
Me too. But I, you know.
But yeah.
I wouldn't criticize the writers of a show that I like this much.
I should tell you that a friend of Mr. Russell's was here earlier asking for you.
I'm sorry?
Mr. McNeil. He said he'd a message for you, but he wouldn't say what. Well, he asked for a Mr. Collier, but then he seemed to think it was you he wanted. I dare say you'll hear from him before long.
I dare say I will.
See? Sitting up there making fun of the chef, and you got your own dirt.
You living a lie too.
Sitting up there talking in French and doing all that extra shit. You got your own shit.
He's come back the next morning.
It's very late for you to get home.
Were you waiting for me?
I was worried. Can't I worry when my son stays out all night?
Let me go. I'm only here for a bath and a change of clothes.
She smelled it.
Scent. Probably French. No wonder you need a bath.
What would you like me to say?
Come into the drawing room. I want to know what you think you're doing with a woman twice your age and ill-suited for you in so many other respects I haven't got time to list them.
Susan Blaine is a decent woman.
Decent women don't sleep with men young enough to be their son.
This one does!
Keep your voice down! Will you accompany her to the party tonight?
I'm perfectly content to take you and Gladys as long as you don't expect me to come home with you. Now I must get changed.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yeah, she can't control everybody's life now. Gladys can't date anyone.
You mean he wouldn't be bought off?
I offered him promotion and money. I almost offered him wine, women, and song, but he won't shift.
Ask him to come to New York.
What?
Put him up at the Brunswick on Fifth Avenue.
The Brunswick, Henderson.
Get him a suite and make a date for him to have lunch at my home.
The power of seduction.
My wife and I lost a baby boy a few years ago.
I'm so sorry. I guess you've had to learn that for yourself then.
Yes. Yes, I was grateful I could come here and have something to do. Gave me a reason to get out of bed every day.
I had no idea.
People don't talk much about such things.
I understand why.
Even under these circumstances, I'm happy to have you back, Miss Scott.
Oh, she took a break from the paper too?
Mm-hmm. One of the first 6 black millionaires. Mr. Fortune.
Surprise.
I thought you couldn't get away.
I couldn't. For the thought of you, all alone at McAllister's party.
And now I'll have something to wear.
I hope you're pleased to see me.
Very. For several reasons.
Well, that sounds odd.
To get...
How long will I have my husband here with me?
This has to be a short visit, I'm afraid. Things are getting worse in Pittsburgh.
And what are you going to do?
Clay's been to see the head of the union, a man called Henderson. I want... Will you do that for me?
I'll do anything for you. Surely you know that by now.
Yeah.
Bridget, I need that mending first thing in the morning. What's this?
I helped Bridget with the sewing.
I couldn't do it all. Is this some sort of trick?
It seems as if Miss Scott has done you a good turn, Miss Armstrong.
Aren't you going to say thank you?
That's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How hard was that?
I have no quarrel with you, Miss Armstrong. I mean it. But I promise you do not want one with me.
Let her know.
Or you be out on your ass.
Yeah, and you know it.
My life was very different once. Obviously. So how will you manage things? They can't entertain if it becomes public knowledge that her father is dressing Mr. Russell. I imagine that's why Mr. McNeil wants to meet me.
I don't get it. I mean, I do get it,
He's
but
not supposed
really.
to work?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what? The money they make doesn't matter now because
his dad is a servant, I guess.
Her dad.
Her dad, yeah.
But I wonder why our paths have never crossed till now.
Probably because I've been living in Europe, in Paris mostly.
How's that?
Well, Paris is wonderful apart from the Parisians.
We can agree on that at least.
Okay, so he's off that now.
Are you free of your unwanted tutor at the tennis match?
Don't remind me.
Will they let you choose for yourself in future?
I doubt it.
You're not alone in that case.
Larry! Hello!
I'll be fine.
Ah! It's you again.
It's nice to see you.
I would say the same thing to you.
What were you going to say?
Only that the Cowans are here, and I think they might have a job for you.
Then you must go.
Ugh. I can see the manipulation. I don't like it.
It's you again. Like,
Just popping up. She was watching him the whole time.
Oh, how beautiful they look dancing.
May I ask you to dance with me?
Well,
Can I claim this dance?
oh,
my
no.
God, dude.
And I'd like to dance with you.
that would be so nice, but I've just accepted Mr. Montgomery.
She wasn't, though.
Are you not going to ever pick up on the hint?
May I present Mr. and Mrs. Winterton?
Who's
Whoa.
Oh.
Y'all should know each other. You have so much in common.
I'm sure. But for now, we must continue in Mr. McAllister's wake.
Ugh.
Your former lady's maid is now your neighbor in Newport?
Welcome to America. Father, you're very quiet.
What does that say?
Nothing. Until we're alone and back at the house. And I'll decide what we say. If we say anything at all.
Wow, she moved up quickly, right?
Man. What do you mean moved on quickly? She ain't nobody nothing. Man. I would say, I wouldn't say she moved on quickly. I would say she landed on her feet.
No, she moved up quickly.
Oh,
she went from a lady's maid to... Now you gotta rub elbows with her to try to get her to buy a box at both.
That was the scandal. Remember he said he married somebody.
Young. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, young and something about her past something. But
wow.
Man, that was
the whole family was spooked.
Yeah, that was a great twist, by the way.
It was.
I did not think we would see her again.
And she's bitter. She's super bitter.
Bitter, and she
hated her.
She looked down on her when she worked for her.
Yeah, now that she's her equal. Yeah. Drama.
And remember, George got that thing he never told her about.
Yeah, that she tried to know.
Yeah.
Well, she did.
Beyond,
yeah.
She was laying naked in his bed.
Sleep with him. And everybody knows that she hated Miss Russell.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When she was working for her, she was looking down on her like, she don't do it the right way.
Yeah.
This ain't how they do it. The people with the old money people. This ain't how they do it. She don't know what she's doing. Blah 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 blah. All that. So that was a great twist, though.
It was.
Did not see that coming at all.
I didn't think they was bringing her back this season.
Man.
So
yeah. I was just thinking about that too, because you know how on the like before the season started, and they had one of the cast members is not returning, and it was
Mr. Rakes, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we was like, good riddance. So, and then I don't know what I seen, but I think when we were kind of rewatching season 1 and seeing her, and I just thought about like, oh, she ain't coming back either. Okay. I just thought that to myself.
Yeah, so I didn't think we would see her again. So it's wild that she's the new. She got Miss Astor to deal with, and now she got her to deal with.
Yeah, and like that's what's so dope is like she didn't just pop back up in the show. She popped up as a problem.
Yeah.
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 Like she's gonna be a problem. Like you don't really see Miss Russell.
Mm-hmm. Being frazzled. Yeah.
Yeah, shit like
she
that.
was. The whole family was. Because now George is going to have to, say something. Or she's going to try to destroy both of them.
I mean, he got his own shit going on though, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got to get out. He got to talk to the union dude and all that. So it's like
a lot of little things.
That's what I said. As much as I just wanted Larry and Marion to get together, just right off the bat, I'm not finna criticize these writers because this show was too good.
Yeah.
And I didn't see none of that coming.
Yeah.
So whatever my little storyline is in my head, y'all can go ahead.
I love it though.
Yeah.
Now you're like, oh, how's it gonna play out? There's so many different things going on.
So many, and they set them all up beautifully. I was just thinking that when we was looking at the recap, like, man, they really set up all these storylines.
Yeah.
Just off the first episode.
Yep.
So, yeah. Well, we're gonna get into the next one, and we'll see y'all when we get to that one. All right. Well, thank y'all, and also thank you Patreon for the support and the help. We appreciate that. Well, the support.
Yeah.
So
we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, see you on the next one.
All right.
All right.